Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and we're horsing around today. Tim Hasselaar has been enjoying the videos and has created his own puzzle, and it involves Henry the horse jumping around the grid and through the fog, so it's going to be fun, that's what I reckon, and I'm looking forward to giving this a go. Now, don't forget that if you want more Sudoku fun, you can always try the unbelievable reward on Patreon. 12 puzzles by blobs contribute to the prize. Then there's some bonus puzzles as well, and it's an indexing puzzle pack. The prize is, of course, the chance to solve a Sudoku on a video with Simon, a collaborative solve, and other people have won that in the past. Do check out the video of Beatrice solving with Simon. It was excellent. And also on Patreon, we've got gridogram and connections and cryptic crossword videos and loads going on there. So loads of puzzle stuff. Do join us there. But also there's our apps, which feature line Sudoku, chess Sudoku. They do feature classic Sudoku too, and the worms as well. So really, really good content on Patreon too. And we'd love it if you'd join us in any way. But the first way you can join us is by clicking on the first link under the puzzle to play Horsing Around by Tim Hasselaar, and I'm going to go through the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, so 1 to 9 will go in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box of the grid. Now, Henry the horse wants to jump around the Sudoku grid, and he can only do this by moving like a chess knight. On his journey through the grid, he will jump on every instance of his favourite number, which is 1. The other number he's allowed to jump on is 5, but he can't go on 5 twice in a row. He can't jump over blue walls. Look, there's a sort of blue wall between these cells. Although he can jump round them if he can find a way to do that, if a knight's move allows it. Henry's journey starts on the green circle, which is therefore a 1 or a 5, and it ends when he jumps on the 9th instance of his favourite number. So we've got fog, of course. This is dynamic fog, so placing a correct digit might remove the fog from additional cells. Along a red parity line, every 2 cells contain 1 odd digit and 1 even digit. In a minimum cell like this with the arrows pointing inwards, the digit has to be smaller than the surrounding orthogonally touching digits. And finally, when we meet a black crop key dot, cells on it, one must be double the other. So those are the rules. I don't know, I was going to say relatively straightforward. I've been reading the rules for a little bit, so maybe they're not the case, but I think we can understand them and we can take on the puzzle. So let's see if we can get Henry the horse around the grid. Thank you to Tim for giving us a puzzle involving a journey of a new character, and let's get cracking. So clearly this green circle, which is the start, I think we were specifically told that is one of the 2 numbers Henry can jump on. So it's a 1 or a 5. And that is odd. So then we can use the parity line. Because every pair of digits contains an odd and an even, basically we will alternate as we go around the parity line between odd and even. I'm using orange, which is what we always do on the channel, for odd, and blue for even. So that's good. I've had the right number of blue cells in the box is 4 and orange cells are 5. Now, this digit that goes in this minimum square is touching 2 other even digits. So it can't be amongst the 2 highest even numbers. So it's not 8 or 6. It must be 2 or 4. And that must be lower than all these 4 digits. If that's a 4, those would be 6 and 8. These would be from 5, 7, 9. We have to work out where Henry's going to jump to next. He can only jump to odd cells because he's only going to land on 1s and 5s. And the only place he can jump to from there is here. So that's a 1 or a 5. Now, it can't be a 1 because of this relationship with the minimum cell. So that's a 5. We get a 1 in the corner, doesn't clear any fog, and that was a bit of a surprise. But the other odd digits in the box are 3, 7, 9. Oh, that's even, because the red line comes out of this box to there. Oh, so we're going to have to work out where Henry jumps to. I'll tell you what, let's have the pen tool on and mark Henry's jumps in a cut, well, with an X. So Henry started here on a 1 and he jumped to the 5 here. So he clearly can't jump in this box again because he's used the 1 and the 5 already. Where's he going to jump to? He's not allowed through the wall, so I presume we can't come there. I presume we could go to there. Oh, it's never 2 5s in a row, so he's going to jump to a 1 next. Ah, I see, it could have been to here, but that's an even digit, so it won't be to there. It can't be to here for a 1, because that would clash. So it must be to this cell. Is that right? Just before I put a 1 in there and potentially clear fog, I'm just going to recheck that in my mind. Yeah, he's got to jump to a 1 next. I can't see where else it can possibly go. And look, that does clear fog. So I can start colouring this new red line with odds and evens. Now it gets a bit harder, because from this, he's going to jump to, well, it can be a 1 or it can be a 5. And you could have a 1 here, but you could have a 5 here. So am I really, there doesn't seem much Sudoku to do yet. 1 is definitely in one of these 3. Oh, it's very simple. If he was to jump here, sorry, I can put an X there. If he was to jump here, that would be useless, because then he couldn't make another jump in either of these boxes without having used all the 1s and 5 cells. So from here, he can't jump to here, which is an even digit. So he's got to jump to here. It's not a 5, it is a 1. And fog clears. Good. So we can colour it. We can put an X on it. Where's he going to jump to after that? Well, it could be a 1 here. But yes, I think actually we do keep considering the Henry path. How is it not a 1 here? If he was jumping to a 5, there's no point jumping to this cell because he can't get out of the box then. He would have to take another jump in the box, but he's only allowed 2 cells in each box. So you can't jump to that cell. So from here, hang on, he could go back to a 5, but that doesn't, now he can't get to a 1, that's no good. So he's going to have to jump to one of these cells, and you can't put 5 on a black dot because it doesn't have a potential neighbour on the black dot that is double or half of its number. Therefore, one of these is the next move and is a 1, and this one can't be a 1 by Sudoku, so that's a 1 and is the next knight's move. After that, he won't be able to get out of this box to another 1 because of this line. I mean, even if we assume I think we can assume a fairly generous way of getting around the walls. So he could jump to a 5 there without going over the wall. I mean, you can visualize a line from sort of the top right of this to the top right of this, which doesn't go through the wall. So that could be a 5, and that could be a 5. He might even go backwards, although that is unavailable to be a 5. And you keep on running up against this problem that he can only use 2 cells in each box. So I think he's going to go to a 5 in one of those cells. I'm not sure we can work that out. Let's use the black dot now. 1 on a black dot joins to 2. 2 joins to 4 or 1. This digit can't be 1, so that's a 4. I don't know if it's worth keeping the colouring. I don't know if we're going to find the whole of the rest of the grid covered in red lines. Let's keep it going for now and sit and make a decision later. We've still got this internal, I was going to call it an inferior cell. What do I mean? A minimum cell to deal with. Oh, the next one, maybe, I don't know. I don't think there's a lot of Sudoku to do, and I'm getting a bit worried about how we're ever going to do the Sudoku in the puzzle, because we're only getting a few 1s and 5s and the odd other digit. I suppose there'll be some fog clearance at some point. But I think we're going to have to keep focusing on the night route. Now, is box 3 the next box where he's getting a 1? Or is that at the end of the route? And have we got any way of telling? He's not going to jump to a 5 here, actually. Because how could that then reach a 1? You can't go from a 5 to a 5. That's in the rules. And since 1 is in one of these cells in box 3, a 5 here couldn't reach a next step of a 1. So that's not 5. This is the 5 we jumped to. There we go. So this jump did just manage to avoid this wall, which is now curled around there. Does that... So I think that means we can't possibly go into any of... Well, into this column. From there, you could jump to a 1 in this cell or a 1 in this cell. We have to jump from a 1 because you're not allowed to jump from a 5 to a 5. So I think we can't jump to that cell because it can't be a 1. So we're jumping to a 1 in one of those two cells. And that means this can't be a 1 because at least one of these is a 1. Now, I think the problem comes, and correct me if I'm wrong, not that you can, but if we were to jump to a 1 here, remember we have to pick up all the 9 1s in the puzzle. How are we ever going to get to the 1 here, even if it's the last step? We would have to come through a 5 that wouldn't be allowed to be in this row. We couldn't come back to this 5 except if we came back through this one. I don't think we're allowed back through cells. Did it say that specifically? No, but I don't think there's any way of getting to a 1 here. Well, okay, I'll put it another way. It's interesting, and I'm just going to bear that in mind. You could get to a 1 here, but only if from the 1 here you jump to a 5 in one of these cells, and then one of these as a 1. But then you'd be stuck there. You couldn't get out again. And even if you could, you'd have to come backwards through a 5 and a 1 here. So I think what we can now safely assume is from that 5 we're going to jump to a 1 here and pick up the 1 in box 3 before moving through the rest of the grid. So we're going to do that. That's a 1, that's the next knight's move. Now we're going to have to move on to... I tell you what I might put in the rules before you tackle the puzzle is that you can't return to a square, because I'm sure that's intended. And I've wasted a bit of time thinking about whether returns would spoil the path. It's not really a path if you return to a square. So anyway, we're going to move on from this 1 to a 5. It's got to be here. And that gets an X. Then from that 5 we go to a 1. I'm presuming that has to be here. Yes, does. Then, yeah, okay, we can't go on to another 1 from there, is what I'm going to claim now, because that would have to be, oops, in one of these cells. Let's include that. And none of them can be a 1 by Sudoku. So from that 1, we're going to have to move on to a new 5, and that's going to have to be here. These are ruled out by Sudoku. So there is 5. We've found it. He does seem to very much be jumping between 1s and 5s since he got into box 2. Now by Sudoku, we are reducing the number of places where 5s and 1s can go in the puzzle. We know that's even, so it can't be a 1 or a 5. There's a 5 somewhere here by Sudoku that might not be on the path. There's a 1 here, and what about in this box? 5 is in one of those cells. So from this 5, oh, we've also got a blue line that I've just seen hemming him into box 6. So he's going to have to jump to a 1. It's going to have to be this one here. That gets the treatment. Then you've got to jump to a 5 from there, and that must be in this cell. And clearly we're going to, I think, finish the whole path before we move on. Now he's got to jump to a 1 from there. That's got to be here. Oh, that didn't clear fog. It didn't say it had to clear fog. Or even itself. Oh, that didn't clear fog when we put a 5. Okay, it wasn't the first instance of that. I just hadn't seen. Right. We get a 1 there. Now the last 1 in the grid is here, and you can jump straight to it. Well, which makes sense, because the only 5 you could go to from there is here, and then you couldn't get up to box 5. So we're going to jump to that 1, and that is going to complete the path. And there we go. Fog clears. Let's put in the X's and finish with the pen tool. We've completed Henry's Knight's move path. He goes 1, 5, 1, 1, 1. 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 1. And now we get to colour some of the central box because of the alternation of odd and even on the parity line. So 5 is now not in those cells. It's also not in these two. Oh, there's a 5 in this box still to go, which is not in the even cell, so it's in one of those two. And there's a 5 in box 1, oh, which is done. Right, I hadn't seen that. So we complete all the 5s in the grid. So we've done all the 1s and all the 5s in the grid, whether they're on the path or not. I'm now going to remove the colouring. No, not quite yet, because I'm going to use the black dot here, which has got an odd digit on it that is not a 1. There's only 2 odd digits that can go on black dots in Sudoku, and they're 1 and 3. So this digit's a 3. This digit is double 3, which is 6. Now we've put all the 1s in the grid. This can't be 3 or 6. So it's from the 2, 4, 8 family. And this digit can't be a 1 either. So both of those are from the 2, 4, 8 family. And one of them is a 4. The same is true here, since neither can be a 6. Both are from the 2, 4, 8 family. And one of them must be therefore a 4. This digit is also from the 2, 4, 8 family, and that's a triple, and this must be a 6 as the last blue digit in the row. I'm not going to remove the colouring yet, because it's been a bit helpful, but I'm not going to add to it anymore, to be honest. Oh, we've got another black dot revealed here. So this is a 2, 4, 8 triple now. And 4 must be in the middle of that. It is helpful to know that 1 can't appear on any of these black dots because we've got all the 1s. Now 4 is in one of those two cells, and that's not a 4. In fact, that is the same as this. Oh, and one of these two had to be a 4, and it must now be that one and not this one. And these two digits are a 7-9 pair. Now, in this column, we've got 3, 7, and 9 still to go. I mean, I think the rest... Oh, let's not forget I think I've looked at all the black dots now that I've been given so far. I'd forgotten about the minimum cell here, which probably matters. But I don't know if I can... I've got another minimum cell here. Right, this can't be an 8 sitting next to the 5. So that's a 2. I hadn't seen that, sorry. That's now a 4. And these two must be 6 and 8. They must be higher. So 2 in the box goes there. This can't be a 3. One of these is now a 3. 6 is looking down at that cell at the bottom. That's good. Then there's going to be a 6 in one of those two. Still got lots of fog in the grid. Surely that will clear. There's a 2 in one of those cells. This has been fully answered as a minimum cell. So is this. So we've done all the minima. We've done all the black dots. We've done all the 1s and 5s and the knights moves. It's just Sudoku at this point. I mean, we might reveal something more, but at the moment it's just Sudoku. 4's in one of those cells. The remaining ones in this row are 3, 7, and 9, the odd digits. These are also from 3, 7, and 9. They can't be anything else. We're probably going to get an exciting 3, 7, 9 triple somewhere. 8 is in one of those two. In box 8 it has to be. Now I'm getting a little puzzled. There's a 4 in one of those two. This digit is even based on the line, and it's not 2 or 6, so it's 4 or 8. Don't know about that. That's 2 or 8. I don't think any of the clues have anything more to tell me, and I know I keep repeating that, but I just need to keep checking in case I'm missing something blindingly obvious. One of these two is an 8. Is that useful? No, it's not. Okay, this column, we've had 5, 4, 7, 9, 1. Ah, we can place the 2 in column 6. Oh, and that's cleared a black dot. That's very useful. You can't put 7 or 9 on a black dot. So this digit is 3, and that's 6. And that's cleared some givens, which is quite unexpected, if I'm honest, but probably very welcome. Now, we've had that 3 in the middle row. We've had a 3 there as well. Let's just think about these 3s, because they're clearly doing something. We knew there was a 3 in one of these cells before. Where are the 3s we have? Oh, there's not that many yet. 3 in the top box is in one of those two places. Oh, that's a 7-9 pair. This digit has to be 6 or 8. It sees the 7-9 pair, and it sees 1, 5, and 3. I am going to colour that, although I did say I wouldn't be colouring cells anymore. 3, 4, 6, and 8 to place in the column. I don't know. I would like to know where 3 goes in column 4, if I'm honest. Right, more Sudoku. There's a 2 in one of those cells. There's a 2 in one of those two. Let's keep looking at 2s maybe, although there's not much else to see in the nature of 2s. This column still seems quite interesting. 3, 6, and 8. That digit is 3 or 6. These are from 3, 6, 8, and I probably shouldn't pencil mark quite so fulsomely. This sees 4, 2, 1, 5, 6, 3. This is 7, 8, or 9. I haven't used entropy much, thank goodness. Okay, in this row, 7, 8, 9 as well. One of those two is definitely an 8. Oh, 4 is also in one of these two along with 2, so it's a 2-4 pair. 6 is placed in the box, therefore. Goodness me. Oh, that gets me 6 in the final column. I had a 1, I don't know why I had a 1 pencil mark. That's long gone, ancient history. This digit is from 7, 8, 9, but it can't be 8, which is in one of those two. So it's 7 or 9. Did that run of events with the 6s just peter out? No, maybe not. This can't be 6. 2, 5, 4, 6, 1. This can't be 3. So again, we're looking at 7, 8, 9, which is becoming a bit of a theme. A slightly more complicated Sudoku than I was expecting left to do in this puzzle. Or maybe I'm just being dense. There's every chance of that. 1, 3, 6, 5. We do need a 4 in this box. We need a 4 in this column. And a 2. That's much more important. We need a 2 in the column, and it has to be in those cells, and one of those has to be a 2. So 2 is on the overlap there. And not there. Then the 4 in the column is definitely here, actually, because of that 4. It can't be in row 1. That's placing 4 in box 2. Fog is clearing inch by inch by inch. That's a 7, 8, 9 triple, so this digit's a 6. How are we doing on 6s? We need a 6 in one of these and a 6 in one of those. We're left with an X-wing on 6s. Bit irritating because it implies there's still a bit of complexity left. Right. I just need to find the right question at the right time, as always in these puzzles. This digit sees the 7, 9 pair in this column. And it sees 5, 4, 1, 2 in its row, 6 in its box. It is 3 or 8. We're going to suddenly nail down a triple or a quad and finish the puzzle, but I haven't done it yet. 6, 5, 3. That's 2 or 4 and goes in one of these cells. Oh, there's a 3 somewhere here. It's not there because there's a 3 in one of these two cells. What is this then? This sees 5, 1, 6 in the box, 2, 4 in the column. It's not 3 because of the 3 down here. So this is 7, 8 or 9 again. And not very helpful, basically. This digit is the same as that one. No, I don't know. There's definitely something going on. It's much easier than I'm finding it. I'm being a numpty. Let's just work out how. Oh, that too is looking at this cell. It's a black dot sequence that I never completely filled in. And it's going to make a huge difference. 2 there, 8 there. I was being a numpty. Right. 8 in box 3. That's not 8. 8 in box 9. Oh, look at the fog. It's gone. Well, largely. Good. Well, then we're on the right track. That 7, 9 pair leaves 2 and 4 in the column still to do. But it was 8s that started clearing. Yes, I can put this in as an 8 by Sudoku. 9. Oh, that 9 got opened up as well. Well, that's going to have some effect. These are 3, 6, 7 as a triple. And they see that cell, which becomes a 9. Now the 9 and 7 in box 7 are done. Then I can do 9 here. This one can't be 9 or 8. That's a 7. I'm glad about the extensive pencil marking now. That becomes a 3. got a 7-9 pair at the top. In this column, these are a 2-3 pair. The 3 must be in row 6. That's a 2. This is now 4 or 8. And it sees an 8. So that's straightforward. 7 sees this cell. This is a 2 to complete the row. This is a 7 to complete the row. That's now become a 4. This is a 9, I think. Then we've got 4 in the corner, 2 there. Still got some 7s and 9s to sort out, but I think we're very much getting there now. This is 3, 7 or 9, and it can't be 9 or 3. That is a naked 7, and that's going to finish us off. 3 there. 9 and 7, 9 here. Now we can do the bottom row, 7, 6, 3. 2 cells to go. This one's a 6, and this one is an 8, and that will complete our horsing around today. Henry has reached his destination, and the puzzle is correct. So very well done if you got through that. It's an intriguing idea, isn't it? Henry the horse jumping around with a quite specific path that he had to find. And fog that concealed, well, was there difficult Sudoku, or was I just being a bit slow to fill in that one digit? I don't know. You can tell me. Thank you for watching. An absolute pleasure to bring you this puzzle. Thank you, Tim, for sending it to us. Really hope to see you again soon on the channel. I'm going to say bye for now.